If you come upon the village as the moon begins its slow ascent, you will find it nestled quietly in a valley carved by time and softened by shadow. The rooftops, stitched with slate and aged wood, catch the silver light like scattered coins spilled across a dark velvet cloth. The lanes, narrow and winding, curve gently through the village, their stones worn smooth by countless footsteps, now bathed in the pale, gentle glow of the evening sky. Here, in this moment suspended between day and deeper night, the village breathes in rhythm with the moon. It is as if the moonlight itself pours down in soft waves, weaving through the chimneys and eaves, settling into every crevice and corner. The air is cool, carrying the delicate scent of jasmine from the gardens tucked behind stone walls, mingling with the faint, earthy aroma of damp soil and moss. A gentle breeze stirs the leaves of ancient oaks and maples, their rustle a whisper against the quiet hum of the night. The village is old, older than any map or tale you might have heard. Its stones remember the footsteps of those long gone, and its walls hold the warmth of generations who have lived and loved beneath this same moon. Yet it feels alive still, poised on the cusp of stories yet to be told. The houses lean close to one another, as if sharing secrets in the hush of twilight. Their windows glow faintly, warm pinpricks of light that shine like watchful eyes, guardians of the night. Down a narrow lane where the cobblestones glisten softly under the moon's gaze, a small brook murmurs its timeless song. It weaves through the village's edge, threading between wildflowers and reeds that nod sleepily in the night air. The water catches the silver of the moon, flickering like liquid glass, carrying whispers downstream where the world falls away into quiet dreams. As the moon climbs higher, the village settles more deeply into its nocturnal rhythm. The rooftops shimmer faintly beneath the vast expanse of stars, each one a distant gleam echoing the soft glow from below. The gentle hum of life continues in whispers and sighs, the slow creak of a shutter closing, the muted steps of a cat weaving silently between gardens, the distant hoot of an owl marking the passage of time. The village beneath the moonlight seems to pulse with a quiet magic, a delicate balance between stillness and song. It invites you to linger in its embrace, to breathe deeply of the cool air scented with jasmine and earth, to feel the soft pulse of ancient stones beneath your feet. Here time feels different, stretched and slowed, wrapped in a silver cloak that softens the edges of the world. You might pause on a low stone wall, smooth and warm from the day's sun, and let your fingers trace the worn surface. The village holds you gently, as if welcoming you home without words. Above, the moon moves steadily, its face serene and unchanging, a silent witness to the village's quiet endurance. The scent of jasmine grows sweeter, carried on the breeze that stirs the curtains of open windows. Inside, lanterns flicker softly, their light casting gentle shadows that dance along walls and ceiling beams. The village is alive yet hushed, like a secret held close, waiting to unfold with the night. Beyond the rooftops, tall trees sway gently against the darkening sky, their branches cradling the moonlight like a precious gift. The stars begin to multiply, sprinkling the sky with points of silver fire that mirror the village's own scattered lights. A night bird calls softly from a distant perch, its song a tender thread woven into the fabric of silence. In this moment, the village and the moon seem inseparable, each lending the other a quiet strength. The moon's glow nourishes the sleeping homes, and the village, in turn, reflects the moon's light back to the sky, a constellation of earthly stars nestled beneath the heavens. The cool night air carries the faintest murmur of life, the slow turning of a wind chime, the soft tread of footsteps on gravel, the gentle creak of a wooden gate swinging closed. Everything moves in harmony, a slow, steady rhythm that calms the spirit and quiets the mind. Here, beneath the moon's watchful eye, the village becomes a hidden jewel, a place where the ordinary slips away, and the extraordinary quietly unfolds. The gentle glow from within each home tells a story of warmth and safety, of lives woven together by shared moments beneath the same sky. You find yourself drawn deeper into the village's embrace, where every shadow holds a promise and every breath is a gift. The moonlight paints the world anew, softening the edges and inviting a gentler way of seeing. The scent of jasmine lingers still, a fragrant thread connecting the earth to the sky, the night to the heart. As the moon climbs steadily, the village beneath it feels timeless, as though it has existed in this serene state for centuries, untouched by the rush of the day. It is a place where time slows, where the quiet magic of the night is both a balm and a beacon. You might wander a little further, letting the cool air wrap around you like a shawl. The stones beneath your feet cool and steady. The village's pulse is slow and sure, a heartbeat beneath the hush of night. The soft murmur of the brook, the rustling leaves, the distant song of the owl. All these weave together in a lullaby older than any word. The rooftops glimmer faintly beneath the silver light, and the window's warm glow seems to nod in welcome. The village, cradled beneath the moon, breathes softly, alive in its stillness, present in its quiet. Here time is held gently, wrapped in moonlight and jasmine, stones and stories. The village waits, patient and serene, beneath the ever-watchful moon. The moon has climbed higher now, spilling its silver light over every corner of the village, turning cobblestones into scattered gems and trees into towering shadows that cradle the night. You step out from the warmth of a quiet home, drawn by the soft glow that spills from lanterns hanging like gentle fireflies along narrow paths. The air carries a cool hush, punctuated by the faint rustle of leaves, and the steady murmur of the brook that wends its way just beyond the garden walls. As you wander beneath ancient trees, their branches arching protectively overhead, you notice how the moonlight settles in their boughs, pooling like liquid silver in the hollows and tracing the veins of each leaf. The path beneath your feet glistens softly, stones smoothed by time and worn by countless footsteps, edges rounded as if the earth itself had tenderly shaped them. The brook hums a quiet tune, its voice a soothing thread weaving through the night, guiding you deeper into the village's heart. Along the way, a figure emerges from the shadow of a cottage porch, a kindly elder with eyes bright and steady, reflecting the moonlight like twin lanterns. She carries an old wooden staff, its surface etched with delicate carvings that seem to shift in the flickering light. Her voice when she speaks is low and measured, a melody shaped by years of stories and silence. "Come, sit," she beckons, settling on a worn bench beneath a linden tree whose golden leaves shimmer faintly in the moon's glow. Her hands fold gently in her lap as she begins to speak, weaving tales that rise and fall like the tides. She tells of the moon's phases, the slow dance from new to full and back again, and how each cycle carries its own secret, its own magic. Her words are soft but vivid, painting pictures of ancient nights when the village first learned to read the sky, when the moon was both guide and guardian. Nearby, a young gardener tends to a small patch of earth, kneeling quietly as pale blossoms unfurl beneath the night's gentle touch. These are no ordinary flowers, they bloom only after dusk, their petals delicate and glowing faintly, as if touched by the moon's own light. The gardener's fingers move with care, gently coaxing the blooms to open wider, whispering encouragement in a language older than words. The scent is subtle but sweet, mingling with the jasmine carried on the breeze, a quiet hymn to the night's beauty. Passing by, you catch a smile shared between the gardener and the elder storyteller, a silent acknowledgement of the village's deep bond with the rhythms of darkness. Here, the night is not something to fear but to honor, a time when life slows and the world reveals its hidden wonders. Each step along these moonlit lanes is a reminder of patience, of waiting for the slow unfolding of moments that cannot be rushed. The village seems to breathe in time with the moon's steady passage. Shadows stretch long and soft, wrapping around doorways and garden walls, creating pockets of quiet and refuge. The air hums with gentle life, the rustle of nocturnal creatures, the whisper of leaves stirred by a passing breeze. In these moments, the night carries its own kind of illumination, not harsh or glaring but tender and slow, inviting you to lean in and listen. As you continue your walk, the narrow streets curve and twist, leading you beneath archways draped with climbing vines, their leaves shimmering silver in the moonlight. The cobblestones beneath your feet glisten, reflecting stars that peek through the canopy above. You sense the weight of stories etched into these stones, each one a step taken by someone long ago, each one a thread in the village's quiet tapestry. Along the way, you meet others who have stepped into the night. A soft-spoken potter carries a basket of freshly fired cups, their surfaces still warm, ready to hold the cool tea that will be shared before dawn. A musician cradles a flute, its polished wood catching the moonlight as she hums a melody that feels like a lullaby woven from the breath of the wind. Each encounter is a small gift, a moment of connection that deepens the sense of belonging beneath the vast night sky. The village, alive with these quiet rhythms, reveals itself as a place of reverence and wonder. The moon's slow, steady arc across the sky becomes a symbol of calm endurance, a gentle reminder that there is beauty in waiting, in the patient unfolding of time. The night is not empty but full of stories whispered in shadows, full of life that stirs beneath the surface, full of light that is soft but unwavering. You pause again, standing beneath a canopy of stars, the cool air wrapping around you like a shawl. The elders' stories echo in your mind, the gardener's tender care lingers in the senses, and the musician's melody hums softly in your heart. This is a night of quiet magic, where the village and its people move in harmony with the moon's gentle guidance, each moment a step in a slow, sacred dance. The paths ahead beckon, winding through the village's hidden corners where the night blooms in full. Lantern light flickers in windows, casting dancing shadows on flower boxes heavy with nocturnal blooms. The scent of jasmine and earth mingles with the faint smoke of hearth fires, a fragrant chorus that carries the promise of rest and renewal. In the distance, the brook's murmur grows softer, blending with the night's chorus of rustling leaves and distant bird calls. The village, wrapped in the moon's embrace, invites you to follow its quiet pulse, to walk slowly, to see deeply, to feel the steady heartbeat beneath the calm surface. Each step is a meditation, a moment of presence in a world that moves too fast by day. Here, beneath the moon's watchful eye, you learn to slow your breath, to soften your gaze, to trust in the unfolding of time. The village teaches patience, not as waiting, but as a way of being, a gentle surrender to the rhythms that shape all life. The gardener's flowers, opening wider with each passing hour, become a quiet metaphor for this night's lesson. Just as they bloom only when the moon is high, so too do we find our fullness in the slow unfolding, in the gentle light that does not rush but guides with steady hands. The elders' tales linger like a warm ember, a reminder that stories are carried not just in words but in the spaces between, in the pauses and silences that give them shape. Her voice, soft yet strong, threads through the village's night, a tether connecting past and present beneath the moon's unchanging face. As the village continues its slow dance beneath the stars, you sense the deep connection between its people and the night sky, the sacred bond that honors darkness not as absence, but as a space filled with possibility and quiet strength. The moon's steady glow becomes a beacon, a silent promise that even in darkness, there is light to be found. The path leads you onward beneath the woven branches and shimmering leaves, each step a part of the village's timeless rhythm. The night invites you to listen, to the brook's murmur, the leaves rustle, the soft voices of those who cherish the moon's gentle magic. In this moonlit world, the village reveals itself as a place of quiet wonder, where patience is a gift, and the beauty of darkness is celebrated like a secret shared between old friends. The slow, steady passage of the moon becomes a guide, a symbol of endurance and calm, encouraging you to embrace the night's gentle pace and the stories whispered beneath its light. As the night deepens, the village's gentle rhythm draws you toward the warm glow spilling from the windows of the inn nestled near the old square. Lanterns flicker softly on the wooden beams, casting playful shadows that dance along the walls and mingle with the crackling of a hearth fire. The air inside is thick with the comforting scents of burning cedar and steeped herbs, a quiet invitation to rest and gather. Stepping through the heavy oak door, you find yourself in a space alive with hushed voices and soft laughter, where the villagers convene in the tender glow of evening. Mismatched chairs circle around rough-hewn tables, their surfaces worn smooth by years of shared meals and whispered stories. The room hums with a gentle warmth, not just from the fire but from the presence of those who have come together to share this moment beneath the watchful moon. A kettle hums quietly on the hearth, its gentle whistle weaving through the murmured conversations. Nearby, a woman moves with practiced grace, pouring tea tinted with mountain herbs, soft notes of mint and wild apple peel rising in the steam. She offers a warm smile, her eyes reflecting the flickering flames as she sets a cup before you, the heat seeping into your hands, steadying your breath. Around you, voices blend with the fire's crackle and the distant call of night birds. Stories unfold in low tones, tales of seasons past, of lanterns lit to welcome winter's first snow, of quiet lessons learned beneath the stars. These stories are not hurried but savored, each word a thread woven into the fabric of the village's shared memory. There is a reverence here, a knowing that the night holds space for both reflection and renewal. You notice how the villagers listen as much as they speak, their eyes gentle and attentive, hearts open to the wisdom carried in each story. The firelight flickers across faces lined with years and youth alike, revealing a tapestry of lives bound together by the soft pulse of the night. In this circle, time seems to slow, allowing the weight of the day's burdens to lift, replaced by a sense of belonging and peace. After tea, you are led to a small room overlooking the village rooftops, where a single window frames the moon's steady glow. The cool night air filters softly through the curtains, carrying whispers from the streets below. The rustle of leaves, the murmur of the brook, the faint steps of a night wanderer. The room is simple yet inviting, with a bed whose linens promise rest and a quiet corner where shadows gather like old friends. You settle in, the warmth of the evening lingering on your skin as you sink into the soft embrace of the bed. The candle on the bedside table flickers low, its flame bowing gently, as if tucking you in beneath its glow. Outside, the village exhales, the night deepening into a serene stillness that wraps around you like a comforting shawl. In this quiet solitude, thoughts drift like the slow dance of leaves on the breeze. The moon's steady watch outside the window becomes a silent companion, its pale light a balm to the restless mind. You feel the village's presence all around, its stories, its songs, its enduring calm, holding you gently in the stillness. The night stretches wide and tender, a soft valley of dreams where worries dissolve and hope kindles softly like embers beneath ashes. The village's embrace is both shelter and promise, a place where the cycles of darkness and light meet in peaceful harmony. Here, beneath the moon's unwavering gaze, you find rest, not just in body but in spirit, a quiet renewal to carry forward when dawn arrives. Outside, the stars multiply, their silver fires kindling the heavens as the village sleeps beneath their watch. The air hums with the soft pulse of life paused yet present, a lullaby for all who dwell within this quiet haven. The candle's flame dips lower still, its light a gentle whisper fading into the night. You are held by the village, by the moon, by the slow steady rhythm of the night. And as sleep enfolds you, the world softens into a dreamscape woven from silver light and whispered stories, carried gently on the breath of the valley.